Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. I want to talk about some negative traits, one in particular, that can keep men single when they want to be married. This is about surrounding themselves with negativity. From hackspirit.com, there's an article, 10 Habits of Unsuccessful People Who Never Move Forward in Life. When I read this, I thought, boy, there's so much this can be applied to men looking for a wife. So see if this is true. Leave comments. I always forget to say that because I'm trying to not run out of time. Subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea. Check out my playlist and affiliate link, which is Christian Filipina, where I found my wife. Negativity, number 7, that can keep people single and lonely and frustrated and all that. Unsuccessful individuals, from this article, often surround themselves with negativity. That's a big statement right there. Whether it's negative thoughts, negative people, or negative environment, these influences have a profound impact on their mindset and behavior. They become trapped in a cycle of pessimism and defeatism, making it hard for them to see potential opportunities or solutions. Even though when I try to say things like, it worked for me, it worked for others, they'll still say, but. They'll be negative. Surrounding oneself with negativity isn't just about having a bad attitude, it's about allowing external factors to dictate one's outlook on life and limit one's potential. Regrettably, those who never move forward in life often overlook this fact. They fail to realize that by surrounding themselves with negativity, they are perpetuating their unsuccessful habits and hindering their own progress. So, leave a comment here on Love Beyond the Sea. Have you been wallowing in negativity? Do you surround yourself with people that keep things negative? I know there's these marital channels where they can commiserate with each other. I'm not saying they don't have anything to talk about that's negative and hurtful, because they do. But you can get to a point where you start surrounding yourself with like-minded people going through difficult situations who have chosen to give up, basically, I think, in my opinion anyway. They've surrounded themselves with negativity so they can say, see, I'm right. See, they're going through that. See, everybody else is going to go through that. I'm the wise one for not engaging in a relationship with somebody. It's only going to go bad. That's what everybody says. I've heard all these horror stories. Just look at all these videos on YouTube or TikTok about how bad it is. And I've never known anybody that had a good relationship. She'll just leave you once she gets her citizenship and green card. It's all about the money. It's never about love. She doesn't like you or love you. She'll just tolerate you. You're going to be supporting their whole family. Well, who would want to get into a situation like that? I've been married 8.5 years. I'm not in a situation like that. I know other Philan couples. They don't appear to be in situations like that. We just try to do the things we need to do to keep the marriage going. And some guys have been married before, and I'm sure they're learning from the past. This is my first relationship. I wanted to learn all I could, and I didn't really, I'm sure I knew that not every Filipina worked out, but I had to try something. I was going to try Christian Filipina dating site, look for a wife, and I was married less than 8 weeks after I met her. Very, very quick. And I've heard a lot of negativity. People still tell me now after I'm married, and I'm happily married for 8.5 years, they'll say, well, just wait till 10 years. You'll never last 15 years, because it always goes this way. Nobody can have success around these people because they just have assumed and talked themselves into that it's never going to work. And if they start hearing people like me say, well, it works for me, it works for others, they'll just go find their group of negative people so they can be convinced that they're right, that everything is going to go wrong and it'll never work. And with that kind of mindset, it never will. I mean, isn't there a saying that goes, you can never rise above your expectations? If your expectations are it can't work, or the people it does work for are lying when they get out there and tell you their relationship is good, or they're lucky, or something like that, see, that's still negative. You have to make it work. Marriage is hard. It's not easy. It's not automatic. Not even with a woman from the Philippines. And I have talked to people that told me they had been negative. They didn't think it was going to work. They were going the wrong way. And then they saw one of my videos. Maybe it was the one on how I found my wife on Christian Filipina. And they said, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna try that. Give it one more try. And they did. And they got married. And it's so rewarding to see those comments about people who could have been swallowed up in negativity, could have looked for another shoulder to cry on. But instead, they said, I don't want this. I still have time. I want what this guy has. I want to be married like other men have to a woman from the Philippines. And you know what? It could be another country too, as long as they speak your language. But you don't have to give up. There may be a lot of reasons in the United States, for example, where I live, to say, it's just not going to work here. Okay, great. If you're absolutely convinced of that, you can look somewhere else, because there's lots of countries and there's a lot of women out there that you're not aware of that want to be married. So please don't surround yourself with negative people or negative environment. They just foster negative thoughts, bad influences, stinking thinking, pessimism, a reluctance to look for solutions to get what you need. Because when you decide to give up because it's too hard out there, it's too negative, it's too scary or whatever, you may not go back to trying again. So people that don't move forward in dating and are unsuccessful, one of the reasons is they're just too negative, and they're surrounding themselves with the wrong people, with the wrong ideas. Let me know what you think about that before we go into the next reason that keeps men single. Keep watching, subscribe here on Love Beyond the Sea.